Hey, what's going on guys, Xrathis here and welcome back to another video. I'm going to keep this really short, but I'm just going to bring you a Affliction guide for 8.1.5. I did one last patch, but I'm just going to be straight to the point, short and brief this time instead of making a really long video. Hopefully it'll be 10 minutes long, so yeah, let's just jump straight into it. So I'll start off with my talents. So with my talents now, I've kind of gone a little bit different. Deathbolt, I've stayed at the level 15 talent just because I like the way it works with your dots and you can get that 30% more damage. Wow, it does damage based off the dots, how much duration it has left on the dots. So it takes 30% of the total remaining damage of those dots and then it does it to the target, which is awesome. So I like to refresh all my dots and just use this. I don't pick any others, I don't find that they're that good, so Deathbolt's the one you want to go. So for the level 30 talent, I always played Absolute Corruption, but now I've tried going Wraith and Agony, mainly for the fact that you can get your Agony up to 15. 15 stacks gives you a lot more to work with in regards to damage. Like if I show you here, if I could go Absolute Corruption, right now my corruption does 13,793 with the absolute corruption buff, right? And my agony does 22k damage. And if I change to Wraith and Agony, my corruption now does 11.9 damage, so it's lost about 2,000 damage. And agony now does 33,000 more damage. So agony has gained 11k more damage. So in my opinion, it's better to go Wraith and Agony now, purely for the fact that in PvP anyway, corruption can be dispelled. So it's better. It's instead of getting that 2,000 more damage, it's better to get the 11,000 from the Agony. So I'd personally go Wraith and Agony build. You can go Absolute Corruption, but just now, especially in threes, I think Wraith and Agony might be the way to go. I haven't really personally seen anyone use this, but I think that it might be the new meta now. For level 45, obviously you can go with Demon Skin. I'll never switch from that. Dark Pact, maybe if you want to go if you're going against melee cleave or something, high DPS, you want to try and negate that damage as much as possible. But I don't really think that's worth it. So I always go Demon Skin just for the passive recharge. I've said it in my other videos. I think it's the best at the moment. For level 60 talent, I never switch these. Always go Phantom Singularity just for that heal, and it does more damage. So I always stick with that and the AoEs. So it's really nice. Vile Taint, that can be good. I know that some people are running this at the moment because it can, slow people, reduce their movement speed, does a lot of damage. I know it can work, especially with rotting people down. But personally, I still like the heal because Warlocks are not as tanky anymore. So personally, I would pick the heal over any of these three talents. Next, 75, Demonic Circle. I always play this, especially in Arena, because I like the mobility rather than the heal from Mortar Coil. I would switch this out in Battlegrounds. I might go with Mortar Coil purely for the fact that I want more heals, because you won't get much mobility in BGs. But obviously, Mortar Coil can give you that 20% heal, and it's really nice, especially if you want to be more tanky. Again, maybe if you're in Arena and you want to survive longer, maybe go Mortar Coil with your Phantom Singularity. You just get that more healing. Either one of these works absolutely fine, Mortar Coil or Demonic Circle. If you prefer mobility, go Demonic Circle. If you prefer more healing, go Mortar Coil. To level 90, I always play Haunt. Always. However, with this new Wraith and Agony build, I play Grimoire of Sacrifice. Grimoire of Sacrifice is awesome. So if you dot everyone up, it has a chance, so your shadow spells have a chance to deal 3,604. It all depends on what your item level is, but because I'm 398 item level, mine will deal 3,604 DPS. So, and this works if you get more dots off, the more your Grimoire of Sacrifice is going to tick for. So if there's people with pets or something in Arena, you dot everyone up, your Grimoire of Sacrifice might keep ticking and ticking and ticking, and you're just going to rot them down even faster. And with your damage of your agony doing more damage, it's going to be awesome. If you're not trying to cleave them down, then I would switch to Haunt purely for the fact that you for the single target DPS. However, I don't think this is as strong as anymore. Like I said, I literally just 5 minutes ago I switched to Grimoire of Sacrifice because it works very nicely now. I always played Haunt, but now I'm definitely going Grimoire of Sacrifice purely for the fact that it does more damage with your dots. So yeah, if single target Haunt, if you want to cleave people down, especially in 3s, Grimoire of Sacrifice is the way to go. Level 100 talents, I always go Dark Soul Misery. I don't think Creeping Death is that good with Wraith and Agony, purely for the fact that your corruption, since you're not using absolute corruption, the duration isn't increased, and Agony, you know, if you, especially with Agony and the trait where, what's it called, Sudden Oast, where you can get 4 stacks of Agony fast, it's just gonna be, you're gonna have to be cycling your dots way too faster to, you know what I mean. It's just gonna take all your time putting the dots back up on the target all the time. I don't think it's that efficient. Dark Soul Misery, I like it purely for the fact that you get more haste, so you can get your UAs out quicker, so your unstable afflictions. Soul Conjure, I never used that, but yeah, with the Wraith and Agony build, I'd always use Dark Soul. I'd use Dark Soul with everything. PvP talents, I always go Rotten Decay. I never really switch this out much. I like it. It just works great with your dots. Yeah, it just gets your dots up on the target for longer. I really love it. I play with Reflect if I'm against casters, just so I can reflect stuns and everything, and you know, spells which otherwise kill me, like Chaos Bolts. So that's really nice. I would swap this out probably with Essence Drain potentially, or a Curse. Maybe Fragility, or no, maybe Tongs, just so I can get my dots out and quicker. It all depends what you're facing. I do like Gateway Mastery for the longer gateway, but if you're playing 3s, you can switch Netherwood out usually. Demon Armor, I always play it. I never really switch it out just because I like being more tanky. And here, so with my traits, I'm going Cascading Calamity build, purely for the fact that I want the most haste as possible, so my dots can tick faster and I can rot people down. This is the whole point of this build, is to rot people down. That's why I ain't going Absolute Corruption or Haunt anymore. I want to cleave people down as much as possible. So with my procs from my Grimoire of Sacrifice and the Agony going up to 15 stacks, you're going to be getting the most damage out possible. And with your Sudden Onset, your Agony deals additional 3,062 damage and starts at 4 stacks. So you think about it, as I said earlier, without the Wraith and Agony, right, your Agony only deals 22k damage. So with Wraith and Agony, it deals an additional 11k damage, right? Plus 3k damage, so it deals additional 14k damage if you have just one set of it. If you have more, it's going to do a lot more damage, so you could get a 16 to 20k boost in Agony damage. So it's absolutely awesome. And with the Cascading Calamity, your dots are going to tick so much faster, and you can get more procs off on your Grimoire of Sacrifice. So yeah, that's what I do. You can get the gear I'm trying to get at the moment, if I show you, is in Battle of Dazar'alor. I want the head. I'll show you. So the shoulders I need are these, Mantle of Sky Terror. They can be dropped off Conclave, so I can do this Inevitable Demise build, so I can get higher drain life, and then what I'll do is I'll get Heed my cool, so I can get that 5,000 extra damage on all my targets potentially. And then I would also go with my probably Dreadful Cooling. I haven't really decided yet, but yeah, I want to be going Inevitable Demise. I think that's really good. If not, Cascading Calamity is the way to go. The chest can be got off King Rustacan. Again, you want to be going Inevitable Demise, Sudden Onset probably for the top, and then Overwhelming Power. Again, if you're not going for Inevitable Demise build, then you would be going for Cascading Calamity, but personally I'm going to try getting the Inevitable Demise set, and then the head can be found off of Stormwave Blockade. You got Cascading Calamity, but we won't use that. We'll use Inevitable Demise and Overwhelming Power, and then probably where is it, Racking Brilliance. So I'm trying to go Inevitable Demise build so I can get that damage out quicker, but Cascading Calamity is really good, don't get me wrong, but I've heard, well, with our Drain Life we mostly use that as a filler now, so I think it's really nice to get out that damage quicker. So personally I might try Inevitable Demise. Cascading Calamity though, it is really good, so I'm kind of torn at the moment. So yeah, that's it for the traits. So you want to be focusing on the outer ring. You want to either go Cascading Calamity or you want to be going Inevitable Demise. And then in the inner ring you want to go Sudden Onset, maybe Racking Brilliance, it all depends. Then the last, the third set, you want to either go Heed My Call. That's the one I personally would go, purely for the fact that you want to get the dots out quicker, or Overwhelming Power. So that's the three main ones you want to be going with. And then for the stat priority, I like to go Haste, and then Mastery, then Crit. So that's what I do personally. Obviously I got a lot of Mastery now, but Haste is where it is in my opinion. So for the rotation, obviously it depends what pet you got out, but for the spec I'm playing, what I'll do is I will sacrifice my pet so I can get that damage. I'll start with all my dots. So just Agony and Corruption on all your targets. I'll only do 3 targets for this one. Then what I'll do is I'll spam my UAs, and then I will put my Dark Glare out, redo my dots, pop burst, boom. Make sure to keep your stack supplied to all the targets, and then you just rinse and repeat. And then you can use your Drain Life as well just to refresh your dots. That's all you need to do, and your Azurite and your talents are just going to do the work for you. Personally, that's what I like to do now, because it's so strong. I really want an Inevitable Demise trait because I want to use it as a filler, and that way I can get my dots out for longer, especially with that PvP talent, which one is it? The Rotten Decay. It allows you to refresh your dots, as you can see. So yeah, personally that's what I do. I always put Phantom Singularity on there just for the heal. But yeah guys, it's not really much to it. So you Grimoire Sacrifice, you dot up the targets with your Agony and your Corruption. Make sure you got that up, and when it gets 15 stacks you spam your UAs, use your Dark Glare, pop your Dark Soul. You pop your Dark Soul and then your Dark Glare, sorry, so you can get it out faster. And then refresh your dots, then Death Bolt. But yeah guys, that's it for me really. I am going to try this in a PvP video, but yeah, I hope you did enjoy it. Yeah, so this is the Rotten Decay build basically. Rot everyone down with your Grimoire Sacrifice and Wraith and Agony. It's really nice. Obviously your dots don't last that long, but it just gives you that much more damage, especially with those 5 more stacks. So personally I would go with this build. Obviously I'm going to try and go with my Inevitable Demise build, with the head. Cascading Calamity is really nice. I'm kind of stuck in the middle whether to go Cascading Calamity or Inevitable Demise, but because I use Drain Soul as a filler, I think I might go with the extra damage on your Drain Soul. But yeah guys, that's it from me. I'll probably do a Demonology build as well. But yeah guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like, comment down below if this guide helped you. I really want to know if you can give me some feedback, how to improve and everything. And yeah guys, I'll see you in the next episode. So peace!